Welcome to Love and Money Live. Here we are. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are so glad you're with us today and joining us. We're going to have just a really great time. Did you see what this was? It is actually Financial Literacy Month.
Financial Literacy Month.
The most boring.
But believe it or not, U.S. Senate unanimously, sorry, I can't even say this out loud. Unanimously passed Resolution 316. That's right. That's what they do all day. Resolution 316 that officially recognizes April as National Financial Literacy Month.
That's right.
Thank you,
Whoever.
Senate.
Okay.
Thank you for
doing that.
putting that together.
It's kind of like, well, I shouldn't.
I'd rather see like National Cake Month.
You know, there is. I was just going to say.
But does it have a resolution number?
No. Well, I don't know. There's like National Peanut Butter Day.
We will look into what the resolutions are because those guys do need to pass this stuff because, you know, they're busy doing that important stuff. Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us. We love hearts and thumbs up flying across the screen. We also would love for you to join in with us, ask any questions that you have, or give comments or suggestions as we talk about some key financial terms. We're going to make it fun, actually.
We're going to try to make it entertaining.
Financial Literacy Month. I was like, financial literacy? I mean, couldn't they come up with a better, like, I don't know.
No.
Learn about Money Month or something?
I don't.
Learn about Money Month. Hey, that's kind of cool.
Learn about Money Month?
Yeah.
But then, I don't know.
It's kind of stupid. Okay.
It kind of sounds with a resolution number behind it.
But we do have a problem with financial literacy in our country.
We do.
We really do. And so on the serious note, but this is really interesting. If you go to, let me see the name of the site, financialeducatorscouncil.org. Got that? Financialeducatorscouncil.org. You can actually take a financial literacy test. And one of the things that I'm going to do this summer with our boys is they have kind of weight training in the morning, and then right after that this summer I'm going to have them come in and I'm going to be doing a little kind of training, kind of life coaching training with them for just about a half an hour, 45 minutes. Not a lot because their attention span's not real big. But one of the things I'm going to do is have them take one of these financial literacy tests just to kind of show them where they stand. So then when I teach them some new things, some new ideas about investing and fun stuff like that, and then also really, really hone into their money personalities, super important for whoever they marry, that they really understand that, which they actually talk about their money personalities quite a bit, don't they?
Yeah, and they actually, I think they're doing pretty good with their money. Cole has his first real job. He's working at Chick-fil-A.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, so if you see
awesome
him there,
company.
if you're in Colorado Springs, give him a thumbs
Northgate.
up. Northgate.
Northgate Chick-fil-A.
Okay, all right. Anyway, all that is to say, the results of the kind of national, like how people are doing with financial literacy are appalling. You want to hear them? All right, so the average score for a 10 to 14-year-old was 55%. So we've got some challenges here. All right, 15 to 18-year-old, 61%, 19 to 24, Scott 69% on the test, 25 to 35, 74, and 51 and older did a little bit better at 77.
At least he got a C.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, pretty much everybody from 25 to 70, 51
money impacts just about every aspect of our life, and we need to.
And we reviewed some of the questions, and some of them were a little tougher, and some of them were like really easy.
Really easy.
So
really easy.
Yeah.
Like why set money goals?
Yeah.
I mean, come on now.
But you know, the bottom line is that we just need to kind of start using terms, and I have to give some props to the high schools. Because the high schools are doing a lot more with financial literacy courses, which I love.
Yep,
requiring them to take it. Some of the books are really good. Some of the books I'm like, really? But I mean, I like...
You had to throw that in there, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I actually was asked to review the books for our school, and one of them I said, please get rid of. Yeah. And one of them I said, this one's awesome. But the one that I liked was like this thick, and it focused on economics because I'm a nerd.
Okay, you are. You're not a nerd.
Well, kind of I am. So anyways, but the reality is I love to see high schools. We didn't have anything like that when we were in high school. So I think financial literacy is really...
Do you think the council's doing something?
I think maybe they are. Resolution 316. Good job, guys.
All right.
And I'm bipartisan, so Whether
Oh,
you're
you
a
are?
not really.
Not really.
Whether you're a Democrat or Republican, thank you for Resolution 316.
All
But
right.
it was probably Republicans.
Okay.
Anyways.
All right, so all that is to say, we're going to cover some basic terms. Want to make sure that you know what they are, and also you might need to do a little bit of research to see how these particular terms are impacting you. That's right, you. All right, so the first one we want to talk about is credit. Now, super important to know what your credit score is and to improve your credit score. Now, I was talking to a couple the other day, and they were all proud of themselves that they didn't have a credit card. But then they went to go get a mortgage, and they couldn't. So, super important to be building your credit as soon as you possibly can, and to keep that credit score really high. One of the scores is called FICO. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, so FICO scores range from 300, really bad, to 850. You're an
Really
A+
good.
student, Dean's Lister of credit. So, and really, pretty much if you're 800 above, you're a rock star. But this is really interesting. In 2017, we set a new record as a nation with our FICO scores, and it actually got to 700, which is good news, because what that means is people are paying their credit cards down, because kind of the way that those scores are designed.
And paying their bills on time.
Yeah, so you're paying your bills on time if you've ever been late. But as you have more credit available and you stay in front of those payments, your FICO scores actually go up. So like Bethany was talking about that young couple, because they didn't have any credit cards, all they had was, bank statements and stuff like that, but they really didn't have a technical FICO score. So what they should have done was gotten a credit card and just kept that balance at zero and worked to get the credit line up and up, because that's really going to increase that FICO score. So by no means am I saying run out and get a credit card and put $10,000 on it, because that's going to make your FICO score better. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is, if you can establish some solid credit and you can keep that balance really low and pay it off every month, your FICO score is going to get really, really solid. And we're actually seeing in this country the personal debt go down. So national debt's going up, but personal debt is going down, and that's why those FICO scores are going up. And there's a lot of great voices out there saying, get rid of your credit card debt, get rid of your credit card debt. I mean, you've got Gene Chatsky, you've got Susie Orman, you've got some great people that have really helped people see why getting out of debt is really important. And we're starting to see that as a country, where our FICO scores are going up. So check your FICO score out. Don't become crazy about it. But there's more apps than you can think of that will let you check for free. We're big LifeLock people.
Yeah, we
love LifeLock.
They're really great. They give it to you for free.
Yeah, and I have LifeLock. Beth has LifeLock. We've got LifeLock on the boys. So the reality is, it's a fantastic company, and you can get your FICO score there pretty much whenever you want.
So as a community, let's make sure that our FICO scores are really high and work on it together. One of the things that you can do is, one of you who's kind of the money commander in your relationship, kind of the person who takes care of all the money stuff, get that FICO score, see what it is so you see what's real, and then together talk about ways that you can improve it. And instead of like one person being in charge of improving it, get on the same wavelength about it, because it's all about love and money, making sure that you agree on your approach. Super important. All right, so credit, really important. How often do you check your credit, honey?
I check ours every 6 months.
Okay, your FICO score every 6 months?
I check every 6 months.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're
some people do it annually, but I kind of like to know. So, and it's really interesting. You can see that FICO score, kind of fluctuate depending on how much available credit you have. And so, I think it's interesting.
Yeah, I think it's really important. Okay, the next word we want to talk about is debt. All right. Now, there's a term that goes around debt that's important to understand, and that's APR. Annual
Percentage Rate.
Talk about that a little bit.
Well, so any kind of debt you have, whether it's your mortgage, whether it's a credit card, obviously you don't have to worry about it with the debit card, but with any kind of those type debt vehicles, you're going to have an annual percentage rate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, absolutely. Line of credit. They all have these APRs attached. And the reason that it's so important to check out these APRs is, first of all, they change a lot.
Yes.
And the second thing is, a lot of times you can call and get them reduced.
Yes.
So if you have a credit card that has some debt on it, you can actually call and say, hey, I think this APR is too high. Reduce it. If they don't reduce it, find another credit card that has a lower APR. Sometimes you get like a 6 or 12 months at zero, and move your credit card over to the lower APR, because it's going to let you pay more of it down, and it's going to let you pay it down quickly. most of us have refinanced. Unless you're buying a new house for the first time, hopefully by now you've refinanced, because guess what? Interest rates are going up. Interest rates going up, which we know they're going to go up at least 0.5% this year, increase annual percentage rates. So if you're thinking about refinancing, get it done now, because those annual percentage rates on your mortgage are definitely going to go up.
Okay, so all those words, APR, those are the kind of literacy words that we really want you to start like having in your mind. Your FICO score when it comes to debt, your APR when it comes to credit, FICO when it comes to credit, APR when it comes to debt. All right, next one, investing. And I'm going to talk about a couple of things when it comes to investing and how do you understand the investments. And there's one word that I want to educate you on. It's called beta. So what is beta? Beta is the measurement of risk in an investment. All right, so let's say you have two investments. One has a beta of 1.2 and one has a beta of 0.8. Which one's going to be more risky risky, I guess. Aggressive, I guess is the right word. The one that's the one that's more, has a higher rate is more aggressive.
Right, so the beta of 1.2 is technically going to be as aggressive, if not even more aggressive than something like the S&P 500.
Right.
The beta of 0.8 would be 80% or 20% less aggressive than the S&P 500. So that's and guys, especially in the financial planning world, we love to throw the word beta around. I don't know why. When I think of beta, I think of those little beta fish that don't live very long. But anyways, that's me. But yeah, so beta is
beta fish.
Right. So that's how the
But beta is an important term for us to have in financial literacy. It's important to understand what beta is, and that. Do you want to talk about expense ratio?
Not really.
Okay, it's kind of. All right, let's just learn that one today, beta. All right, next one we want to talk about, we have two more, and that is retirement. Retirement planning, what are some terms to really understand about that? All right, this is what I want to educate you on today. First of all, you have laws that allow you to save, and second of all, you have investments that make that law grow, if you will. All right, the laws are IRAs, 401ks, 403bs. IRA, individual retirement account. 401k is for employers, typically profit. 403b is for nonprofits, school teachers. Those particular retirement plans, that's a law. It's actually, if you go into the law, you go down to 401k.
If you go into the tax code, tax code 401k.
It's actually a tax code that's allowing you to be able to do it. It's not the investment. It's the envelope, if you will. So think of IRA, 401k, and 403b as the envelope that holds the investment. Inside of the envelope, you can put lots of different kinds of investments. You can put mutual funds, in IRAs especially, usually can do stocks, you can do annuities, you can do many gold in IRAs, you can put
precious
gold.
Minerals.
Yep, exactly. So don't think of, my 401k is going up. Well, it's the investments inside of the 401k that are going up. It's the investments inside of the IRA that's going up. It's the investments inside of the 403b that's going up. So what we want you to learn today is that what the envelope is, and then the investment goes inside of the envelope. So anyway, that's just, some people say like, my IRA this IRA is better than that IRA. Well, it's not the IRA that's better, it's the investment inside of the IRA that's better. So really important when it comes to retirement to kind of get that language in terms of financial literacy correct. All right, last one. You ready, honey?
Yeah.
All right, the last one is insurance.
Insurance. So you've got a lot of, insurance is like wide open. There are so many different types of insurance. You have health savings account that helps you pay for your medical insurance. You have long-term care. You have life insurance. You have annuities. You have all these.
Well, not annuities.
Well, no, an annuity is an insurance product.
Well, it's an insurance product, but I think we're talking about like protection when it comes to insurances. Okay. Different kind of protection. So disability insurance, health insurance, life
so you're
insurance.
going more health.
You got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, insurance is wide open. I don't know. You probably
Protections.
have 50 different you probably have 50,000 different ways to protect yourself with insurance. But I would say when it comes to insurance, you just have to know specifically what product is taking care of what need.
Ooh,
That's the big thing with insurance, because a lot of times, I mean, I'm insurance licensed, Bethany's insurance licensed, but what I found is that sometimes people will go in for an insurance product for just regular life insurance, and what they end up doing is they buy a big life insurance policy and they don't need all of it. Maybe they go in for something called a long-term care insurance policy and they add all these riders in there that most people just really don't need. So when it comes to insurance, the reason I wanted to talk a little bit about insurance today was because you really need somebody that you can trust with your insurance. Yeah. You really need somebody. It's a specialty, and there are more insurance products out there than you can possibly imagine. So make sure that your specific insurance product is taking care of a specific goal. One insurance product doesn't cover everything that you need insurance-wise. Go after one specific product, because in the long run it's going to be cheaper.
Absolutely. And some people will go with one company for all their insurance. You got to make sure that you're A, not getting too much kind of insurance,
right,
and B, that it's cost effective, because sometimes you can go to a different company for one. So some of the main insurances are life insurance, health insurance, disability insurance, and long-term care insurance. Those are the insurances that protect you. I want to make one comment about the difference between disability insurance and long-term care insurance. Long-term care insurance takes care of long-term needs when you lose two of what's called activities of daily living. Activities of daily living would be eating, walking,
bathing, continence.
There we go. I can't remember the other two. But anyway, so if you lose two of those, then your long-term care policy kicks in. The difference between that and disability insurance means you are disabled from working. Okay? So it's two very different things. Both are very important, but making sure that there's in terms of financial literacy, there's a big difference between disability insurance and long-term care insurance, and we believe that both are really important.
Absolutely.
So hopefully there you go. There's some terms, some new terms that we think are really important in terms of the categories to understand. Hey, if you have children, have them listen to this Facebook Live. Start to get some terms in their heads. They're never too early to start.
And if you have specific terms, you're like, what does this mean? Just shoot us a message.
Yes.
And we'll get right back to you because we want to make sure that you're understanding and picking up these financial literacy terms. So I know usually we're talking about the love and money aspect. The reason that we do our Love and Money Live is because we want your relationships to be awesome, and we don't want you to fight. We don't want you to divorce over money. We want you to be like crazy prosperous. Right. So this month, as we're in financial literacy month, we're going to be hitting some of these subjects because they're great conversations to have, and it's going to put you and your relationship moving forward to get that financial prosperity that you deserve.
Absolutely. All right. Well, it's so good to be with you. We're really excited. We're working on our YouTube channel, so be sure to join that as well. And we have hundreds of videos on there, but it's not quite done yet, but subscribe. We'd love to have you join in with us as well. And we're going to be introducing a brand new website here pretty soon, so really excited to have you with us. And as always, make it happen.